Hello again, and welcome back to Diana Do Fitness. Today we're doing a Pilates inspired full body workout. It's on the lower side in terms of intensity. It is core focused as always, so we want to make sure that we have good form. We're going to do 6 exercises, 2 circuits, 6 exercises, and we're going to go through them twice. So this workout should be about 30 minutes in the end, except that I do blather a lot, so that adds some time. We're going to use a 40-second timer for when we're doing the exercises, and then we'll have a rest in between where I explain what the next exercise is and demonstrate it for you. So why don't we start by doing a little warm-up here. I think let's just go to the end of our mat and breathe up. Make sure that you have your core engaged and breathe up. Down, and this time we're going to go down. We're going to hinge at the hips, up and down, slowly, hands to the floor, bend your knees just a little bit, back up, make sure your core is engaged, of course, and again, and back up. Breathe up and down, and we're going to do that again. Bend your knees, and up, and bend them again, and back up. We're going to come up again, and then we're going to go down, and we're going to walk out. Come to plank here, back to down dog, and we're just going to do this a few times to kind of loosen things up. Okay, last time. Walk back in. Slowly roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Breathe up. Okay. Now, why don't we just do a little bit of this just to kind of warm ourselves up. As I said, this is a lower intensity workout. And hamstrings. Trying out a new studio space here. Have a little bit more space. Really nice. Okay. It was a quick warm up, but that's I think about all we need. So for our first exercise, we are going to do a wide plie, and we're going to go down, and we're going to alternate heel lifts. So we're going to go in about 15 seconds here. Make sure that you have good form. And make sure that your knees are not going to extend past your toes, and going in about 3 seconds. 2, and then go down, one heel and the other. One heel and the other. Maintain your form here. If you can't go down this low, that's okay. Just go to the place that's comfortable for you. And if this starts to burn a lot, you can always go up for a minute, not a minute, for a few seconds, and give yourself a rest, and then come back down. And 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, so as I said, we're going to go through these circuits another time after the first time. Okay, so now for the next one, gonna get down on the floor because we're gonna do a side bridge with a toe touch, which we've done before. I'm gonna show you again though. So side bridge, you go up, toe touch, and back down. Now, very important to maintain your good form here. Also, If you want to modify, you could just take the toe touch out. You could also do a knee bend, and here a further modification would be to bend one leg and then toe touch and back down. So if you need to do that, that's fine. I'm going to do the full version, and we're going to go in about 10 seconds. So get into position, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. You should always go a pace that's comfortable for you. Now, I'm going to switch to the other side and repeat that. Going in about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and go. Last one. Good. Okay. So next, actually turn this way. So next we're going to do bear pose, in and out, which we've done before, but I'll show you again. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, toes down. And then you just want to lift your knees up off the mat. So really you're just a couple inches off the mat here. So we're going to go up, feet come out and back in. Next time, do the other one first. And that's it. Pretty straightforward. We're going to go in about 7 seconds. Get into position, and 3, 2, and go. Maintain your form here. You can go faster than me. You can go slower. Most important thing is to maintain your form. Last one. Okay, so next is a standing exercise, and we've done this one before also. We start in warrior. So one foot, the back foot is about 45 degrees, and these toes are pointed that way. Good form. Arms go out, you go forward, hands go down, and this leg comes up and then back down into the 45-degree angle, and we come back up. We're gonna go in about 5 seconds. 3, 2, and go. And counter bend, I forgot to say, sorry about that. And good. Okay. Now, with an exercise like this, it really challenges your balance. It challenges your core strength. So if you need to go so slow that you're only doing 2 reps in that 40 seconds, that's totally fine. So now let's go to the other side. So back leg in a 45-degree angle. And like I said, I know it's hard to get this foot down in the right position. If you need to look, that's fine. Don't strain your neck. And also, like I said, if you need to go super slow, that's totally fine. And go. And one more. And good. Okay, so that's the end of the circuit. So now we have to go all the way back to the beginning and do it over again. Wide plie with the heel lifts is first. We're gonna go in about 5 seconds. And 3, 2, and down. Good form here, very important. You should not feel your low back arching at all here. Tuck that pelvis under. And last one. Good job. So if you remember, the next one is the side bridge and toe touch. If you need to use modifications, if you did the full version the first time and you want to use modifications the second time, that's completely fine. And go. You want to make sure that your elbow is under your shoulder here. And good. Other side. Elbow under your shoulder. And 4, 3, 2. Don't forget to breathe. And this will be the last one. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do the bear pose in and out again. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and your toes should be ready to go here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. And one more. Good. Okay, so next is the warrior to pike leg extension. So if you remember, start in traditional warrior, pelvis tucked under, core engaged, arms out, and we're gonna go in about 5 seconds. Sorry, as I wipe sweat off my forehead, and go. Really take this at the pace that works for you. I can't say it enough times. Most important thing is that you always have good form because you don't want to injure yourself. Okay, one more. And good job. Okay, straight over to the other side. And we'll go in about 5 seconds. Arms out, core engaged, and go. And we'll do one more. Okay, that is the first circuit down. It's gone. We don't ever have to do it again. So the next circuit is going to challenge our balance just a little bit more. So I'm going to use a chair for a couple of these exercises. I would suggest you do the same, or a wall. Just make sure it's something sturdy, of course. I actually, for the first one, which is a reverse lunge to plane, I'm going to just use the wall for this one. So what we're going to do is your arm is up, the same arm as the leg that's going up. Leg goes up, core engaged, and then back to reverse lunge, and then back up again, and then plane. Leg up, lunge, leg up, and plane. So we're going to do that on this side, and then we'll switch to the other one. So we're going to go in about 5 seconds here. Arm up, and 3, and 2, and 1, and go. Go as far down as you can for the lunge. Make sure your pelvis is tucked under. See the whole thing, the whole movement. Let's just squeeze one more in here. Okay. Now we're going to go to the other side. Okay, get into position. Make sure your pelvis is tucked under, core engaged, arm goes up. And 3, and 2, and 1. Last one. Okay. So for the next one, I'm going to bring my chair over. And I picked one with a low back on purpose because we are going to do a waist bend that way. So you don't want to be banging into anything. So arm is up. And if you remember that inner thigh sweep that we did previously, bring the leg out, do the sweep, make sure that you're engaging your inner thighs here. And then we're going to bring this leg out and bend with it. And the arm goes out together and then back again. And then leg sweep. And so it's pretty simple, but it does challenge your balance. Make sure your core is engaged, and we're going to go in about 10 seconds. So arm up. You don't want your shoulder raised, however. And 3, 2, leg comes out, sweep, and waist bend. Sweep, waist bend. Make sure you got a stable thing to hang on to here. Go at the pace that's comfortable for you. Maintain your form through the whole movement. And we'll do one more. Okay, good. Now we're going to do the other side. In about 10 seconds, arm goes up. And 3, 2, and go. Sweep and waist bend. And I'm going to move out just a little bit. And sweep, waist bend. Do that a couple more times. Last one. Good. That's kind of a new one, but I think it's kind of neat. So let's move this out of the way for a minute. Now we are going to do 2 on the floor. We've done both of them before. So we're going to start with the corkscrew, if you remember, which you start lying on the floor. Legs are both down. And your hands here can aid you if you'd like them to, but you should try to focus mostly on your core here. So engage your core. Legs come up and go back. And then you bring them over to the side. Slowly roll down. And then back up. And then go over to the other side and slowly back down. And you can see why it's important to have your core engaged here. So you want to do your best to not let your lower back lift off the floor here. Really focus all your attention on those tiny little core muscles in your ab structure and in your spine, around your spine. Really, really keep it isometrically contracted through the whole thing. And if you have difficulty lifting your legs to go over your head, you can always use a little momentum. You could start up and go back like that if you need to. However, I'm hoping by now your core is getting a little bit stronger. So give it a shot. We're going to go in 3, 2, and go. Bring them over to the side, slowly down to the floor, back up, other side. And again. And we'll just do one more. Okay, You don't get to do very many reps with those types of exercises because they take so much control. Our next exercise is teasers, which I'm sure some of you remember. So you want to have your feet off the floor like so, and your arms can be down by your sides to start with. And then you're going to bring them around backs of your thighs and use your legs to come up. And then you can put your feet up like this, or you can bend them. The most important thing is to hollow out your core here. And you're going to hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back down. And like just repeat like that. We're going to go in about 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. You can just keep your hands behind your thighs and up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, back down. Probably could just do that 2 more times. Up. 1, 2, 3, and 4, back down. And last time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Okay. Well, that's the last exercise in the circuit, but we have to do the circuit again. So let's get up. So you remember reverse lunge to plane. You might want to hang on to the wall. We're going to go in about 10 seconds here. So arm up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, leg up, reverse lunge, and up and plane. Last one. And okay, now the other side. This is one of my more favorite movements. We're going to go in about 5 seconds. Arm up and 3, 2, and go. And clean. And last one. Okay, so need my chair again for the sweep and the abductor. So if you remember again, sweep and bend. It's basically like a pendulum. We're gonna go in 7 seconds, arm up. Make sure that you've got a good distance between the chair and you. Okay, and leg comes up and sweep and down. Sweep. Core fully engaged. It's important to have those lateral moves in there. It's easy to just do front movements and back movements. Okay, and last one. Good. And now the other side. And we'll go in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and leg comes out and sweep. And on this part, you should be feeling some engagement in your side abdominal muscles and your hip. Okay, one more. Excellent. Okay, we can get rid of our chair now. Next is corkscrew. We've only got 2 more to go, you guys. We're almost there. Okay, and we'll go in about 10 seconds. Core engaged. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and go. Legs come up to the side, core totally engaged, and roll down. Other side. Let's squeeze one more in. And good job. Okay. Last one. Teasers. So feet up off the floor, hands behind your thighs. And we'll go in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. Back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do one more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's it. We're done. Good job, you guys. Why don't we stay here and do our little glute and hip stretch here. Hopefully your heart rate is not high. Really probably shouldn't be. Just pull your leg gently to you. Just breathe. The other side. My hips are very, very tight today. Now, why don't we do that hamstring back of leg stretch here. Just kind of pull it towards you gently with little pulses until it starts to release. You can lift your upper body. And send it back down. It's sort of counterintuitive, but oftentimes my left leg, I'm right-handed, but my left leg is often looser than my right. I suppose it does make sense. You use that one more. Okay, now let's come up and we'll do a quad stretch here. So just sit back on your heels. If this is too uncomfortable, you can always do a standing quad stretch. Do a little shoulder and chest stretch here. Why don't we do Cobra while we're here? So arms slightly out, come up. If this hurts in your back at all, you can stay just here. You don't have to extend your arms. You want your core engaged. Back down and up again. Okay, let's go back to child's pose. Okay, now let's go into down dog. Just pedal your heels here, loosen up your calves and your hamstrings. Walk in and hang over your feet. We'll do that inner thigh stretch here. Turn your feet out. Come down and just push gently back with your elbows against the insides of your knees. Okay, now walk your feet in, slowly up, and breathe in. Let's do that one more time. Well, thank you again so much for joining me today, and I hope you're feeling stronger. I'll see you next time.